You know, the only words I can use to replica the audience is Malala's own words, the
Mm-hmm.
Secretary General of UDA, that the only person who has an organic support in this country
Mm-hmm.
is Raila
Mm-hmm.
Amolo Odinga. That's the
Mm-hmm.
only thing I can say.
Mm-hmm.
On a Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
it's an organic crowd.
Okay.
It's not a bot.
Mm-hmm. Not
Yeah,
ferry.
actually, not varied. No, 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 no. That one, if somebody wants to play politics, he can. But that was an organic crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, to the issues raised by Raila Odinga, Omolo asked this question: in the law, is there like a provision of civil disobedience, especially when you refuse to pay taxes? Are there laws like that? Of course,
Usually,
Maandamano is constitutional, but civil disobedience, is it there? I don't know.
no, civil disobedience is there. I mean, what you're asking, what Omolo was disputing, and I think is rightly so, is economic sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, civil disobedience is there in 37, Article 37.
Mm-hmm.
So, which we have used for a very long time, and I think it comes. I mean, we exfoliate it from the constitution that was before. So I think,
Mm-hmm.
and that is why he goes on further to talk about Sabasaba.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that one is there. Civil disobedience is there, but
Mm-hmm.
economic sabotage, is it there?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, maybe somebody can educate us on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, it is also in the law to pay your taxes. How do we go about overcoming that part of legislation?
And that is the burden of proof that we have. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the main reason, and that's why I keep on saying, I do not
Mm-hmm.
know. You see, my departure from my coalition is
Mm-hmm.
the confusion and
Mm-hmm.
that I'm entangled in. I don't
Okay.
even know why we converged today. Because he said it was a consultative meeting. Consultative
Aha.
for what? What are we
Okay.
consulting? We already
Mm-hmm.
had 47 meetings. We
Mm-hmm.
already had consultative meetings. It is
Mm-hmm.
aftermath of the so-called the finance, not even bills. It was supposed to be a bill. We ended up having
Mm-hmm.
bills, which even Kenyans do
Mm-hmm.
not know some of the bills apart from the finance bill. You know, we have so much uh, pronounced the finance bill and forgetting some bills that were passed that are even more explosive than the finance bill.
Correct.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we are consulting on what? I didn't see what we are consulting on.
Mm-hmm.
What did we consult on? I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
when Muzil comes out, for the first time, I vehemently looked at my man and asked him, man, did he go Poland? Does he have Alzheimer's? Telling people
Mm-hmm.
Mutembei was I mean, what nonsense is that? Molo, this helped me think about it. Anaambia watu,
Mm-hmm.
Mutembei muspande gari. What nonsense is that?
Aha.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, go on. Let me ask you, what was Mutembei? But they came with very heavy machines. None of them left the machines. In fact, some of the MPs left earlier than the before even the speech from Raila Odinga. And we saw they have not, if I may use those words from Karl Marx, they have not were paving way for the haves to drive through. They have not were told to walk. So who suffers? Kwa sababu wakati unatembea, mtu wa matatu ndo amenyimwa kazi, mtu wa pikipiki ndo amenyimwa kazi. Like Morris is saying here that he has to push his motorbike so that angoje mteja. Huyu mteja ameambiwa leo atembee. How will Morris, someone who was here in the panel, survive? How will he survive?
And actually, Morris made me come in because I was in the middle of something. Then I've decided to stop whatever I was doing so that I think we can have a reasonable discourse today here. Because some of
Mm-hmm.
the things it's in comparison with what Ruto said and what Raila said. When Raila hapa anasema watu watembee, Ruto was saying on the other side that they are going to have what? Electric bikes. Unaelewa?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
And some of the things Ruto said, I laughed and I said, Kenya sawa. That which means in Kisi, oh my God. You know, the reason I laughed was this. I had a friend, a very close friend of mine. I was trying to help. And then he does a taxi business. And then at some point, he needed me to help him so that he can get a car. The best car he could get was an electric car. So it was extremely cheap. We were so happy that at least he's going to make money. My friend, I will never forget, because it was a Tesla and I had never driven a Tesla and it's the newest Tesla. So I was so happy, like for the first time, I'm going to do what? You know, spin a Tesla. And I drove it from the dealership. We went, we came, and we saw. I mean, we were excited. I mean, the technology it had. It was an electric car. My friend was a battery issue. We had to tow the car to the nearest charging station. Getting to the charging station, we had to wait for 2 days to charge the car. The car had to charge for 24 hours for us to only drive for 4 hours. So when he said we are going to create charging stations, you know, I'm laughing. And is this guy say, how are you going to do border? You're going to wait on a charging station for? I mean, do you guys know what electric car is or electric bike? I mean, you're operating in ignorance. And this guy, I wish we get those electric motorbikes. So that badala ukae kwa gas station ama petrol station where you are waiting kwa mafuta yako in 10 minutes, you are waiting there for 36 hours. Tuone sasa huyu mwenye. And electric, these electric motorbikes, you know, the reason I laughed is kwa mteremuko uwezi weka ile ujinga unaweka free. It is electric. It got to get electric. Kitu inaitwa electric uwezi weka free. So you are into a rude shock that even some of these ujinga mnafanyanga mkifika kwa mteremuko mnaweka free so that msave mafuta. Hiyo stima lazima itumike na lazima utaenda kwa charging station, lazima utaweka laini, lazima. I mean, we don't have a solution. This side has no solution.
Alex.
Yeah.
I want to ask Alex, sasa ikisha vile saa zingine mafuta inaisha alafu tunachukua kibuyu tunakimbia station, hii utakimbia na nini kwenda kuchukua electricity? Vile inaishaga zingine msituni.
Hakuna charger. No, when you heard something called charging stations, and I want you to Google that. They are charging station only in supermarkets, in designated areas, and the way those charging acts is that we have fast chargers. Ni vile unaenda huko Mudhurwa ununue charger ambayo inafanana hii ya C-type. Alafu tena uende ununue charger nyingine ambayo which is the real one, and then kuna moja utacharge 24 hours bado iko 20%. The real one una charge in 3 hours imejaa. Ingine 24 hours ijawahi jaa maisha yako yote. So the charging station ambayo itawekwa Kisii, itaweka some places, itawekwa Vihiga, ni zile yenye bike yako will never be full. So somebody will be making money out of you. So I'm looking at Kenyans and wondering, at least hii unaweka mafuta and control how you are going to. Hii utakaa kwa laini ndugu yangu ukingojea bike yako ikuwe charged for days. The same way people are waiting in Nigeria kuweka mafuta kwa bike. So that shenanigan quality electric bikes should stop right now. If you allow it to come, somebody is going to benefit because utapanga laini. Na utapanga siku moja, itakuwa siku tatu. Kuendesha pikipiki for 4 hours. Unapanga laini 3 hours, 3 days, kuendesha 4 hours.
Sasa, let me ask. Alisema itachajiwa karibu na 8 bob.
That's a lie.
How possible is that? Given that hata token yenyewe.
That's a lie. That's a blunt lie.
The cheapest token ya token 3 ni shilingi 100. So hii ya 8 bob ni gani? Ama ni solar?
Jack. In 2012 I had a shop, an electronic and electrical shop, na nilikuwa nachajia watu saa zingine masimu, and by then I was charging 20 shillings to charge a phone. Sasa utakuja kuniambiaje ati all motorbike ati itakuwa 8 bob?
Okay, let me ask, hii motorbike haiwezi chargiwa home before I leave to work? Ninaicharge kwanza.
How?
Si waunde Ruto tu, kama ni mali nina plug, ziwe ni place ninaweza buy, I come have some electrical guys come and put that installation in my own house.
This ni kama kusema huwezi fanya surgery kwa nyumba yako. Jex, unaweza fanya surgery kwa nyumba yako?
I don't think so. It's not sterile.
So I mean, no, it's not. So Jex, let me tell you, technology. You know, let's be honest. When these things come out, they are patented, so that somebody can get money out of it. If they allow them to go home scot-free, a man is not going. 80 bob, when alitengeneza hiyo ujinga, how is he going to get? And look, 80 bob, if you look at it, you look at 80 bob. Right now, $1 to Kenya shillings is 130. You want to tell me that somebody will look for a technology whereby is getting only 30 cents within $1? Let's not even go there. Wacha tuenda maneno ya what happened today, because maneno ya Ruto wachana nayo. Ruto is so mandated to a point that sometimes I just laugh what he says. You know, while tulikuwa na maandamano alikuwa anadanganya watu leo, and you know, I was just laughing. I'm like, flip the country with him. Now, just let me tell you.
Leo for the first time, speech ya baba ilinichekesha. For the first time in so long, I laughed hard.
The guy had no speech. He just comes from Poland. I mean, he lands in the morning. He has no, I don't know. I mean, for those who will hate me, let them hate me. I mean, igari imeisha charge. Na hatuna electric charger. Igari imeisha charge. You know, the only problem that we have here is this. The people are ready for Maandamano. The people are thirsty to give their grievances. And you know, today I was speaking with the Voice of America, where I have my good friend Tulisoma Nae, and we were conversing. You can go and see the show. And we were conversing, talking about what we used to know in Maandamano. And I gave him a classical example of what we need to know, what we used to know. We were young boys and we were being recruited. I was born and raised in Kisumu. We were being recruited to Baghdad boys. And our work was to do the work that the people who were older than us could not be able to do. And I remember this day where Majoni used to be called the GSU. They were set so that they can carbonalize all the people who are between 18 to 23 years old, because they had the energy kufanya maandamano. Na kumbuka tukikuwa Kondele, anybody who knows where Kondele is, tunakuja all the way Konda Arena. That road is straight. And by the time unatoka Kondele, unafika KMTC, those people were about 1,000. They wanted to destroy. Kutoka Kondele, utakuja wapi? Utakuja Urusi, which was Russia Hospital, utapata KMTC, utapata kona miti ni dawa, utapata kona bar, mpaka utapata kona mbaya. That area is overly populated. So the plan they had was, we are going to fight with GSU, they like it or not. Okay? And how they did was, zile posts the Kenya Power and Lightning ambazo zilikuwa kwa barabara, they prepared, tukanunua diesel. So sisi watoto ndio tukua wakiweka tu post hivi kwa barabara, tunaweka nini? Petrol tunawasha. Wale wakikuja wanapata moto. Alafu orujre zilikuwa tunarusha, and we could fight them 24 hours. Risasi zinaisha, kila kitu, wanaenda nyumbani, and we are the winners until Moi gets so mad. Maandamano, I call it TikTok, because it's not even maandamano. And you know, Ruto is laughing at us. On 20th March, we had something called Our Day with Destiny, to a point that Ruto was so afraid and called Baba Nini, my brother. Gachagua akasema, we are losing 20 million, how much billion a day? They invited him. They invited him on the negotiating table. We have degenerated that the only thing that we had to whereby I think Ruto is now emboldened. He's not even afraid of us anymore. And that is not something that is right. And I'm asking our people that and this is what years ago Miguna, and I hate him to be my reference because I don't think he's the right person for me to refer. This is what he said. Kenya, unless we have a leaderless revolution, whereby we are ready for anarchy, that is the
people
only
themselves.
The
people themselves.
Devoid of politicians. That is when we are going to succeed. And today, we saw that. And I don't want us to speak about Baba's speech because Baba has done his part. Baba is being forced to do these things because we don't have a leader anymore. Baba has done his part. You need to know that. Nobody should criticize that man. He has done his part. So let's not say that. The question is, the people who ought to be there, what ought they do so as we can move on? We can't keep on depending on Baba. Honestly, Jex.
He has done his part, you say so.
Even you know. That's unarguable. Everybody, including Malala, Moses Kuria, everybody, even before election, they spoke about it.
Aya, shikilia tu hapo. Umesema Malala. I'll be telling you something that Malala leo amepata promotion. I'll be telling you about it just now. Let me talk to this guy, former Baba supporter, Charles Areba. Hey. Leo leo roho yako inafeel aje? Ulikuwa zamani supporter sugu wa Baba, ametoa speech moja moto kama pasi. Unafeel vipi? Wewe utakataa kulipa kodi?
Unajua